From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good morning and happy Friday. There is the chance for freezing fog this morning. In fact, we're already seeing it on the map, and then it could come back for tomorrow morning. Small chance of showers on Sunday, and our Cascade passes could turn a little bit snowy from early on Sunday morning, or that's more like late on Sunday morning, but through Monday evening. So first, let's show you. You can kind of see the beginning of the fog right now forming here in Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. Whenever you start to get that little glisten, that little sheen in the street lights, that's how you know the fog is beginning to develop. Also, whenever the map starts to look like this. So we're seeing some very dense fog right now in Hermiston, and I have a feeling this is going to start to fill in the map throughout the rest of this morning. So in those areas, take it slow and use the low beams as we're seeing visibilities all the way down to a half to a quarter of a statute mile. And this is freezing fog as temperatures this morning for the most part are below 32 degrees, so there could be some slick spots from the roadways. Another good reason to take it slow. Most of this is going to lift by 10 a.m. and the rest of the day should be a decent fall day out there. It's going to be cool, but I'll track the fog lifting and then returning with Futurecast fog coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, 2 people arrested at an apartment complex in Kennewick actually caused the intersection of North Tweed and West Hood to shut down for a little while yesterday. SWAT was also called. We have all the details.
But first, an update on the trial of Joshua Davis, the man accused of murdering a Pasco school bus driver back in 2021. A verdict has been made, and we let you know if he's been found guilty.
Also ahead, a life-changing moment in Hermiston when a wounded veteran gets the keys to a new home. We've got the heartwarming story coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Friday, November 21st. We have made it to the end of the week.
It is Friday.
I know, we've got Friday vibes going.
Trying to.
Ready?
Your Friday vibes are here, and I'm trying to get to your level.
You know,
it's always my goal.
Isn't everyone just trying to get to my level? All right, we got a lot to get to this morning as well.
And we do want to start with continuing coverage. This is on the 2021 murder of Pasco school bus driver Richard Lenhart.
Yeah, a Richland man, 38-year-old Joshua Davis, has been found guilty in connection to that murder. According to authorities, Davis stabbed Lenhart while he was transporting students on a school bus near Longfellow Elementary. More than 30 students were on board. Luckily, none of those students were injured.
Davis pleaded insanity, but a jury ruled that he knew right from wrong. A motive was never found, and a sentencing date is still pending. Lenhart was honored with the Pasco Transportation Center named after him, and his widow continues pushing for the Richard Lenhart Act, which would make disrupting a school bus a felony.
503, a crime alert out of Kennewick now, where the police department arrested 2 people yesterday at an apartment complex on the 600 block of North Tweed Street, right near West Hood Avenue. Take a look, video from the scene. You see members of the Tri-City Regional SWAT team also called out to assist, and a K-9 officer as well. Investigators tell us that they will be releasing more details on this arrest in the next couple of days, but they also tell us that this case is in connection to a search warrant that they had at a home in that apartment complex. Intersection of North Tweed and Hood was shut down for about an hour as the operation here took place around noon yesterday. Be sure to stay with us both on air and online as we continue to track this story and get more details from police.
503 and in Fire Watch now. Crews were called to a fire at Kybee City High School. This was yesterday morning, just before 10:50. According to the assistant fire chief, a dust collection HVAC unit for the wood shop, which is separate from the main building, was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived. Fire District 4, West Benton Fire and Rescue, Richland Fire, the Benton County Sheriff's Office, and Prosser Memorial EMS all responded to the scene. Crews say it took about 30 minutes to put out the fire, which the assistant chief says is typical for a school-related fire response.
Top mission priority is safety of the students, safety of our own well-being, and then evacuation, making sure everybody's out, doing a primary, secondary search to make sure and to confirm that, and then all while and at the same time of our fire attack coordinated efforts.
Nobody was hurt. As for the cause, investigators say an ember from a CNC machine became lodged in the dust collection system while it was being used for woodworking.
5:05 now, and a new report from University of Washington says flock license plate cameras may be sending local driver data to federal immigration agencies, even when police thought that door was closed. Researchers found some departments gave what they call front door access, basically turning on a setting that lets Border Patrol look directly into their camera network one-to-one. However, the audits also show backdoor, which gave Border Patrol searching data from agencies that never approved any sharing at all. Now, the company Flock Safety claims its privacy filters are strong and that agencies are in total control. But Oregon Senator Ron Wyden says that the UW's finding and his own investigation show otherwise.
Those claims that have been made by the company are essentially worthless because their filters are easy for ICE to get around.
Wyden says there are too many problems with the Flock and wants local agencies to hit the brakes before signing new contracts. Be sure to stay tuned as we continue to follow the developments on this story, and we will share more in our next investigation next week. All right, it was a life-changing moment in Hermiston, Oregon, where a wounded veteran is starting a new chapter. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation handed over the keys to a mortgage-free smart home, which is designed to help him regain independence.
And this morning, we're getting an inside look. Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed has more.
At the twilight's last gleaming.
In front of family, supporters, and first responders, U.S. Marine Corps and Army Sergeant Jason Walker was honored with a gift he says will change his daily life, a fully customized, mortgage-free smart home.
3, 2, 1.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation held the dedication ceremony on Wednesday afternoon in Hermiston. Walker was severely injured during his service, and the organization says providing a home like this is part of its mission to do good for America's injured veterans and first responders.
It's hard to find words that really express the feelings that I'm having. Right now I live in a place with stairs, and I walk stairs a little, but it's difficult. Now that everything's going to be on the same floor, it's going to be so much easier.
The house is built with accessibility in mind, featuring 0 thresholds, wider hallways, motorized doors, keyless entry.
Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, that is cool.
And smart controls that allow Walker to live more independently and safely.
This gives me the ability that even if that is the case and I'm not able to get up and walk, I can still get around and I can still function.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is doing a lot of good out there, and it's all because of a bad thing that happened back in 2001.
The foundation provides mortgage-free homes not only to catastrophically injured veterans, but also to Gold Star families and the families of fallen first responders.
From the moment I met them to now, has been on top of everything, checks on me, makes sure I'm doing well.
Thank you for your service and your sacrifice.
For Walker and his sons,
My dad's gonna like being able to get around the house easier.
This home marks more than a milestone. It is a fresh start.
Hopefully with this house, it's gonna be a lot better of an experience.
Oh,
so cute. And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation depends on community donations to make these homes possible.
you can find more information on how to support their work up on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Now keep it here, because coming up next, fallout after President Trump's comments calling Democratic veterans in Congress traitors who should face the death penalty. We have the latest developments coming up in your national news.
I'm giving you that live look outside this morning from right here at our Apple Valley studios in Kennewick. Depending on where you're headed, you could run into a little fog this morning. Chief Meteorologist Josh Culverth is going to break it all down for what you can expect, not only today, but into your weekend and your First Alert forecast after the break.
T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own.
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Vistic and select 2025 and 2026 Cadillac Optic and Lyric models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
When tragedy strikes, don't trust just anyone. Call your local appliance experts at Fred's Appliance. Right now, all LG appliances are on sale. Save big on ranges, dishwashers, and laundry sets. Shop smart appliances like this LG fridge, on sale for $15.99. At Fred's Appliance, we have in-stock Get It Today inventory so you can get your dessert plans back on track. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack. Rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack combos are still on top. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
John Tesh, loved by millions of fans. Now this morning on GMA, he opens up about his fight with cancer and how he credits his wife, Connie Selica, with helping to save his life. Plus, Jason Bateman this morning on
Good Morning America.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Already seeing some freezing fog for this morning, and it could return for tomorrow morning. So let's track how it lifts, and we'll put this into motion with futurecast fog. Looks like the peak time frame for the fog this morning is probably going to be 8 a.m. And then after that, it looks like it's going to start to melt away by lunchtime. This should be off the map. I'm thinking probably a little bit closer to 10 a.m. is when it's going to be off the map. But then it could come back for tomorrow morning as well in the same places, the lower Yakima Valley, the lower Columbia Basin, and for portions of the Bluefoot Hills, especially down towards Pendleton. That main time frame is going to be 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. We'll track the same threats. We'll track the potential for reductions in visibility, obviously, and then some slick spots on the roadways, given that it will be freezing fog. Okay, let's pivot to high temperatures for today. Going to be in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations. And then for tonight, another night with below freezing temperatures for the most part. Walla Walla is going to be the exception, but 29 for the Tri-Cities, 29 for Hermiston, 27 in Sunnyside. Highs going to stay in the 40s and 50s over the next 7 days in the Tri-Cities, and those overnight lows going to be down into the 20s and 30s. No real big fluctuations. Okay, now let's show you the lay of the land over the next handful of days. High pressure for today, so that's why we're going to be dry. But then as we head into the weekend, specifically for late Saturday into Sunday, that's when a cold front's going to pass. That's going to bring small rain chances to lower elevations, but our Cascade passes could turn a little bit snowy. I'll tell you how much snow we're expecting coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. It's 5:14. Taking a look at your national headlines now this morning. The latest fallout over President Trump's comments calling Democratic veterans in Congress traitors who should face the death penalty.
It comes after they shared a video telling service members they can refuse illegal orders. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the details.
This morning, President Trump facing backlash from both parties after calling 6 Democratic members of Congress traitors and accusing them of seditious behavior punishable by death.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
It comes after the lawmakers, all veterans of the military or U.S. intelligence, released this video reminding military service members that they should not obey illegal orders.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
Democratic Senator Mark Kelly explaining the video's message.
He has talked about sending troops into more U.S. cities. He's talked about invoking the Insurrection Act. In 2020, He went to his Secretary of Defense and he asked the question. He said, can't we just shoot these protesters in the legs? That is an example of an illegal order.
The president firing off a number of social media posts saying those lawmakers should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand and an example must be set. And later reposting a message saying, quote, hang them, George Washington would. Lawmakers from both parties now criticizing the president's comments.
This puts all of our lives in jeopardy. Democrats in the Congress are on the phone with their chiefs of staff beefing up our security for this weekend and next week, because the president has a lot of unhinged supporters.
That kind of rhetoric isn't good and stirs up people among us who may not be stable.
At the White House, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt asked to clarify the president's comments.
Does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No. To suggest and encourage that active duty service members defy the chain of command is a very dangerous thing for sitting members of Congress to do, and they should be held accountable.
And the Democrats who appeared in that video released a joint statement condemning the president's comments and saying their oath is to the Constitution and following lawful orders.
We'll, of course, continue to follow the story and update you as more comes out.
And keep it here, because coming up next, Josh Colbreth is back with how your weather is looking for the weekend. It's all coming up in his full First Alert weather forecast in just a few minutes.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house. Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Thanksgiving is November 27th, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your gathering needs. Whole turkeys, fully cooked and perfectly seasoned. Try our new Cajun style. Turkey breasts, deliciously smoked or oven roasted. Or our famous slow-cooked spiral-cut hams, hand-glazed and caramelized to perfection. Complete your feast with one of our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard. Call today to place your order, 509-579-5855, or go to honeybaked.com.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
To me, Harlem is home, but home is also your body.
Last one, everyone.
I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3.
When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house. Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Kraken, Penguins. Coverage begins at 4 Saturday on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're going to have small rain chances returning to lower elevations for Sunday and Sunday night. This is a little bit too far out to show you Futurecast, as the version of Futurecast we like to show only goes out 48 hours. But you can see all those precip chances yourself as we get closer and closer to this forecast by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. It's going to come in very handy, not only for this weekend, but also as we head into next week as there's more active weather on tap. So for this weekend storm system, the wettest time frame, at least for the Cascades, going to be 10 p.m. on Saturday to 4 p.m. on Monday. Models have trended a little bit wetter for the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains, around 0.1 inches of rainfall for the foothills, 0.1 to 0.2 inches for some of the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains, and still right around an inch of liquid water up in the Cascades. And remember, I'm saying liquid water because it's not just going to be rainfall, snowfall, and now the model's trending a little bit snowier with this storm system. 10 a.m. on Sunday to 4 p.m. on Monday. Yesterday, the model consensus was saying 1 to 2 inches for Snoqualmie and White Pass. Now they're saying 4 to 5 inches. So definitely a noticeable trend there. And then some more active weather after that into next week. Here's what it's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. A little break for Monday, but then 20 to 40% rain chances for Tuesday through Thursday. And we'll talk about a caveat with that here in just a second. But the rainfall totals with this one, and it looks like the wettest time frame for the mountains is going to be 4 p.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Friday. Overall, this is just going to be a much wetter storm system, especially for the Cascades, a little bit more wintry as well. Now, I want you to pay attention to these bold letters right here. Preliminary forecast, subject to change, but models have brought the snow levels down to the valley floors, so we could have less than an inch. It doesn't look like it's going to be much for now, but less than an inch from 4 p.m. on Tuesday to 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Also, past travel could be impacted during that time frame as well. So that is 4 to 6 days out. Definitely subject to change, but I would personally have a lot of vested interest in this forecast. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Freezing fog possible this morning and tomorrow morning, then a small shower chance Sunday. In Yakima, watching the potential for a rain-snow mix next Wednesday, but it's 5 days out, subject to change. In Ellensburg, there's better confidence in snow for the Kittitas Valley as opposed to the Yakima Valley for next week, but also subject to change. Then in Hermiston, patchy areas of freezing fog over the next couple mornings, a small rain chance Sunday, the more active weather around Thanksgiving. And finally, for Walla Walla, a couple dry days for today and tomorrow. Then you can say goodbye to that as we head into next week.
5:22, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, a new Miss Universe has been crowned, and we'll let you know who she is and who her runner-ups were. That's all coming up in your entertainment headlines.
At Tri-Cities and Walla Walla Floor and Home, our team has been in the Southeast Washington flooring business for 40+ years. You'll find more choices, lower prices, and hometown service.
Toyotathon is on! Discover holiday magic with a new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing.
Wow.
Sick. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma.
Bingo.
Or find the best sledding spot with the Grand Highlander.
Whoa.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon. Oh, Santa got my letter.
Toyotathon is on. And right now, you can lease a tough new 2025 Tacoma for just $259 per month.
Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Good sleep is essential to life, health, and happiness. And all good sleep starts with the right mattress. With Doctor's Choice from Denver Mattress, you'll find the perfect combination of body cradling comfort and reactive support. And with 10 levels of comfort to choose from, I put my trust in Consumer Reports' recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Patients ask me how I treat my own back issues, and I suggest they turn to Doctor's Choice at Denver Mattress.
It's what I did and continue to do to maintain my active lifestyle.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
If you're seeing this ad, then we've still got inventory that needs to go. Come in now for our most aggressive in-stock pricing of the year and 0% financing. Your dream home starts at Tri-Cities or Walla Walla Floor and Home.
Getting into the holiday spirit. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, a new Miss Universe has been crowned.
And it is Miss Mexico.
Ooh.
Fatima Bosch took the title of the annual pageant hosted in Bangkok, Thailand this year. And the victory comes after a little drama prior to the competition.
Earlier this month, a Miss Universe official scolded Bosch on a live-streamed pre-pageant meeting. He said he did not post enough promotional content on her social media.
He called security to escort her out of the room after she pushed back, prompting other contestants to walk out. Bosch bounced back to win the contest.
Yeah, Miss Thailand was first runner-up, Miss Venezuela taking the third spot. Congratulations.
Woohoo.
Yes. Beautiful dress. I love that.
Oh, yeah, that was gorgeous.
I know. Okay, and more entertainment news this morning. The Weeknd has put his name in the record books.
The singer-songwriter's After Hours Till Dawn tour has earned more than $1 billion. That makes The Weeknd the top-earning tour for a male solo artist in history.
The tour actually began in 2022 and has made its way through North America twice. He also has played in Europe, the UK, Latin America, and Australia.
Fans have bought more than 7.5 million tickets across 53 shows, and the tour's not over yet. The Weeknd has added at least 40 more dates for next year.
I want to try to go to one of his shows.
Yeah.
He's also donated some of what he's earned to some humanitarian organizations like Global Citizen.
I love that. You know, Genevieve likes The Weeknd. She likes the Face song. We'll get in the car. She goes, play the Face song,
goodness.
Mommy.
That's so funny to think about.
That's about cold weather. You can't feel your face.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what I tell her.
Talking movie news now, Charlie XCX enters the multiverse in the teaser trailer for her mockumentary called The Moment.
It's based on an idea by the Grammy-winning musician in what she calls a 2024 period piece. She plays a fictional version of herself, making entirely different choices during the promotion of her album Brat.
She describes it as a hell version of herself. The star-studded cast includes Kylie Jenner, who is making her official film acting debut.
And the beauty mogul and reality star plays herself. The Moment hits theaters January 30th. I did not know anything about that. It sounds very interesting. I'm kind of excited.
Sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like something, I don't know, unique.
It's like she's taking a portion of her life, and recreating it in a different way. She's like, well,
if she
these
did
are the
this
things that I did do.
Here's what I really wanted to do.
Let's see what would have happened if I did this.
That sounds funny.
Yeah, really interesting. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Kennewick Irrigation District finishing up its last construction project through the Canyon Lakes Golf Course, and we have the impact this will have on the community.
And Thanksgiving is less than a week away, but we're already getting in the Christmas spirit. United Way of Benton and Franklin Counties is hosting a holiday festival that'll give back to the community. Details on the Festival of Trees is in your next half hour, but first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google just unveiled new and improved image generating software. The Gemini 3 Pro Image, or Nano Banana Pro, promises to turn your vision into studio quality designs. Google says it has flawless text rendering and can blend multiple elements into a single composition. Blue Origin has announced upgrades for its new Glenn rocket following its successful mission. They include higher performing engines and updated tank design. The company says the improved rocket will benefit customers heading to low Earth orbit, the moon, and beyond. Finally, it just got easier to move files and photos between Google's Pixel 10 phones and iPhones. That's because Google has made it possible to use Android Quick Share with the iPhone's AirDrop feature. Google says it did the project without Apple's input. Now, those are your Tech Bites. I'm Sophie Flay. Have a great day.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie. Bevo, no! Come back! Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
Hey, Jen. Yeah, look, it's you. It's your pain and congestion. It's all there.
No, I beat my pain and congestion with new Mucinex Rapid and Clear.
Wait, what? Ah, time out, time out!
Beat pain, congestion, and headaches. New Mucinex Rapid and Clear.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
I don't know if everyone else was jamming to that commercial like we were, but
you were dancing.
I was dancing.
He was singing along. I was ad-libbing. Good. Guys, guess what day it is?
It's Friday.
That part, but it's also National Stuffing Day. I'm not a stuffing person when it comes to Thanksgiving. I don't know. I like the sides, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy. What's your favorite?
I love a green bean casserole.
I love those two, actually.
Yeah. I do.
And we talked about this before, so
you're a mac and cheese guy. Yeah. But no stuffing. Here's the thing. If it's done right, it's delicious.
I've never
like my dad, he makes a delicious stuffing. Sausage and all the things.
That sounds good.
But like, I mean, I guess it goes with anything, right? If it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
I think I just gorge myself on all the sides, and then I'm like, okay, I don't want anything else.
I love a good stuffing, and we were actually talking about the semantics of it the other day in the newsroom. But if it's outside of the turkey, technically it's dressing.
Right?
Just one of those things. Okay, well, you better be dressing with layers.
They call me ranch because I be dressing.
And it is cold this morning, so you do need to be dressing in layers this morning. So let's go ahead and take a look at our big weather stories. Not only is it freezing outside this morning, but we are tracking some freezing fog, and it could come back for tomorrow morning as well. It's going to be a small chance of some showers for this weekend, specifically for Sunday, and that storm system could provide some snow to our Cascade passes. For now, we're going with 4 to 5 inches from late on Sunday morning through Monday evening. Okay, right now you're taking a live look at a new weather camera. This is our CentralWashingtonOutdoor.com cam, and this is a live look at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. And it's coming in handy this morning because you can actually see those low-lying clouds off in the distance. Originally this morning, we were thinking that the lower Yakima Valley was going to be the most preferable area for fog in terms of the valleys, but it looks like it's actually sneaking up into the Kittitas Valley. Very thick area of freezing fog down towards Hermiston as well, and also impacting portions of the Tri-City. So in those areas, take it slow because visibility is reduced and the roadways are a little bit slick. This morning, temperatures in the 20s and 30s across the map, so that's why you do need to be dressing out there. And then a little bit later today, we'll end up in the 40s. So for today, lower elevations in the 40s, but I'll talk about how our forecast is going to change over the next handful of days coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Josh. 5:33, and starting this half hour of news off talking about the environment. Kennewick Irrigation District finishing its last canal lining project through the Canyon Lakes Golf Course.
It's a small section that plays a big role in water conservation and safety. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with officials about the impact this work will have on the community.
The canal runs straight through the Canyon Lakes neighborhood and right between the fairways. And for the first time since KID began its lining program in 2007, this final 1,800-foot stretch is getting a watertight upgrade. The project is funded through a 2018 federal grant and wraps up more than 30 miles of canal lined over the past decade to boost safety, reduce seepage, and improve water reliability.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. We have to clear the ground, so all the old weeds and the sediment that's deposited in the bottom of the canal all has to be cleaned out. We create a new constructed embankment, so you make sure everything's solid and ready for that liner to go on.
The liner is made of HDPE, a heavy-duty material designed to keep water where it belongs and hold up for decades.
An impervious lining product. It creates good public safety and water conservation. And once it's completed, hopefully it'll last for up to 50 years or longer.
Keeping water inside the canal also helps stabilize the earth embankments around it an important safety factor in a busy residential area.
We have at KID is focused on water conservation and then also on public safety as it improves the structural stability of the embankments. So not having water in the earthen embankment next to the canal improves the structure and stability of that soil.
Canal lining projects are very important as they prevent seepage as well as canal failure. But officials at KID tell me that they're also a big component in storage during drought years.
The canals can provide some level of water storage in them that allows for us to be able to meet peak demand, so peak water use needs, without having to run as much water out of the river. So again, reducing our total water use need at any given moment.
The district says this project is a long-term investment that will help the community conserve water, prepare for drought years, and maintain a safer, more reliable system. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And KID expects the weather-dependent lining work to wrap up in the next few weeks. 5:35 and talking community events now. Holiday spirit and generosity is coming together in the Tri-Cities, all for a cause that supports families year-round.
United Way of Benton and Franklin Counties is hosting its 8th annual Festival of Trees, transforming the event space into a festive winter showcase. Guests are treated with a formal dinner, wine, entertainment, and a chance to bid on fully decorated Christmas trees with gifts underneath. Organizers say the money all goes to help families locally. Here with the programs and mission work at United Way, it provides food security, housing stability, and early childhood support, and emergency assistance for families in need.
To me, it actually is like heartwarming, because it's like, I know that times are tough for businesses and families and individuals in this community, but I think because people really do see the need, that's why they're giving even more.
United Way leaders also say the Festival of Trees has become a yearly tradition for many, giving people a way to kick off the holidays while giving back to the community. And yes, even Santa will make an appearance for photos as part of the night's festivities. Our very own Stacy Lee will be hosting, and you can even catch Miss Jade over there.
That's right.
Exciting stuff.
It is. It's a big weekend for United Way, and
you've had a busy couple days and busy today.
We've been busy working to get everything ready, but we're so excited. We're so grateful for all of our community partners and sponsors as well who help make this night possible. We were able to go into this event tomorrow night with everything covered, and so every single dollar raised tomorrow night at the event goes right back into the program mission work of United Way.
Beautiful. It's going to look beautiful, and it's for a beautiful cause.
Yeah. Pictures. Yeah. Promise you pictures.
Yeah. All right, keep it here, because straight ahead, we're talking local sports as local families are helping to shape the next generation of junior hockey stars. What the Tri-City Americans are up to when they're off the ice, that is coming up after the break.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Sing, dance, and let your spirit come alive.
With holiday performances by Gwen Stefani, Lady A, Aloe Black, and more.
Nothing beats the magic of Disney for the holidays.
The Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular, Monday, December 1st on ABC.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Be sure to catch all the excitement on local high school game nights. We're open late for your after-game hangouts. And don't miss our Monday to Friday happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. And Sundays, bring the football vibe with our happy hour all day long. Gray's Pizza and Bar. Great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Thank you.
How strong love it. How strong.
I got this.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
Sing, dance, and let your spirit come alive.
With holiday performances by Gwen Stefani, Lady A, Aloe Black, and more.
Nothing beats the magic of Disney for the holidays.
The Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular, Monday, December 1st on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're already seeing some patchy freezing fog for this morning, and we could see it come back for tomorrow morning. So I've adjusted this forecast. I've now added the upper Yakima Valley and the Kittitas Valley into this, as we could see visibilities down to a quarter of a statute mile, but this runs until 10 this morning. Then for tomorrow, we'll just run it back. I'm thinking 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. is going to be the best time frame for some more freezing fog to pop up on the map. So in those areas, if you do have a morning commute, take it slow, not only because the visibility is going to be bad, but because freezing fog can sometimes deposit a thin layer of ice onto the roadways. Now on the temperatures for the next 7 days in the Yakima Valley, mostly in the 40s and 50s, pretty seasonal for this time of the year. Those overnight lows going to be down into the 20s and 30s, which is also pretty normal for the middle to late parts of November. Okay, let's talk some climate numbers a little bit, or at the very least some seasonal rainfall numbers we've been tracking since October 1st. Here's what we've had fall since then. Here's what you would expect. You do a little bit of math here, the surpluses and deficits. We have some good numbers in the valleys, really just breaking even right now in the basin, and a 15 to 20% deficit for the foothills. And then here is the very big picture. These are the reservoir levels in the Yakima Basin in comparison to what we would typically see for November 20th and 21st. Right now, we're 46% below average for this time of the year. And the Washington State Department of Ecology says a drought emergency is when you're 25% below average. The good news is that these numbers will come up as we go throughout the water year, but it's a little bit of horse race we're going to be tracking. Okay, and we do have some more rainfall on the way, a couple different storm systems. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, 5:42, talking sports on this Friday morning. Tri-City Americans may be the ones hitting the ice every night, but some of the most important work happens far from the arena.
That's right. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us how local families are helping shape the next generation of junior hockey stars.
Now here comes Martinson, right circle, holds and shoots, and it trickles in!
Inside one home, dinners, chores, and laundry look like any other family's routine. But for the Tri-City Americans, it's a critical part of the season. This is a billet family. The Wilsons have hosted junior hockey players for nearly 7 years, some of them from thousands of miles away.
When they come, you don't know them, so it's, you always are just kind of waiting for, we always expect great experiences. All the boys have been great. We've had quite a few boys come here, and it's always been a great experience. And
players between 15 and 20, like forward Crew Martinson and teammate Aiden Bouchard, live with local families throughout the season. They get a room, meals, and a support system that helps them juggle school, practices, and games.
It was awesome, honestly. When we got here, I felt super welcome. They had a sign for both me and Aiden saying, "Welcome, Aiden and Crew."
The Americans match players with families by checking homes and staying in touch throughout the year. Many athletes come from Canada or Europe, and Mike Wilson says he's quickly learned what that means.
That's going to be a lot of trips to Costco. These are guys who are meat-eating machines.
The Wilsons try to keep home life balanced, making sure the boys eat, do homework, and have quality time away from the rink.
I mean, these kids are, like I said, they're solid, I mean, They're more mature than I am.
Moving far from home can be tough, but players say these relationships last long after the final buzzer.
It's definitely hard, but Mike and Tracy make it so easy. Already feels like a second family.
The Americans say a strong billet program is essential, supporting player development and building community around the team. For many of these players, the Billet family is a formative journey on their junior hockey career, keeping these support systems long after they leave the Tri-Cities. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And the Americans say they're always looking for new families interested in hosting players each season.
And they also say the connections formed often, as you can imagine, last a lifetime.
Love this.
Follow those players
So
forever.
cute.
Yeah.
All right, keep it here because coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all on the other side of the break.
From creating memories to finding the perfect gift, Steel can help make the holidays even easier. Check off more of your wish list when you get an extra battery with select Steel battery sets. Happy holidays from Steel.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. See your Inland Empire GMC dealers.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who is making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Right now at Meredith Furniture, it's a buy one, get one free deal you don't want to miss. Buy one comfy recliner starting at just $599 and get the second one free. Yup, totally free. Tons of colors, loads of styles. Come in and find your favorite. But hurry, deals this good don't stick around forever. Kick back in not one, but 2 recliners. Because one just isn't enough.
Meredith Furniture on South Burson, Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Stacy Lee. First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have some small rain chances returning back to lower elevations for Sunday and Sunday night. The version of Futurecast that we like to show only goes out 48 hours, but you can track those precip chances yourself hour by hour by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting from that storm system. 10 p.m. on Saturday to 4 p.m. on Monday. Around an inch of rainfall up in the Cascades. And models have trended a little bit wetter now for the Bluefoot Hills and the Blue Mountains. And models have trended a little bit snowier as well. So the main time frame for snow is going to be 10 a.m. on Sunday to 4 p.m. on Monday. 4 to 5 inches for Snoqualmie Pass. And for White Pass, probably not enough for pass closures, but enough to take it slow. And personally, I would travel over the passes on Saturday as opposed to risking it for Sunday. Then we're tracking another series of active weather for Tuesday through Thursday. So here's what models are saying about this storm system thus far. And this is still 4 to 6 days out. So these numbers will certainly change, but early indications are that this could be a much wetter storm system, especially for the Cascades, where we could get over 2 inches of water. And the snowfall output from this one looking a little bit more interesting as well. 4 p.m. on Tuesday to 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Another 5 to 6 inches of snow perhaps for Snoqualmie and White Pass, but look at the valleys. Ellensburg, Yakima, I think less so Sunnyside, but maybe getting a little dusting of snow. That's what models are saying now. There's a reason why we put this in bold and orange. Preliminary forecast subject to change, but just kind of wanted to show you what model consensus is saying for right now. Okay, here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We will have freezing fog this morning, possible this morning and tomorrow morning, then a small shower chance Sunday. In Yakima, watching the potential for a rain-snow mix next Wednesday, but it's 5 days out, subject to change. In Ellensburg, there's better confidence in snow for the Kittitas Valley as opposed to the Yakima Valley for next week, but also subject to change. And then for Hermiston, patchy areas of freezing fog over the next couple mornings, a small rain chance Sunday, the more active weather around Thanksgiving. And finally, for Walla Walla, a couple dry days for today and tomorrow. In fact, we're expecting mostly sunny skies, but then you can say goodbye to that as we head into next week with 10 to 30% rain chances through Tuesday, trending a little bit wetter for Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:51. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First, in Kennewick, where police arrested 2 people yesterday at an apartment complex on the 600 block of North Tweed Street. That's right near West Hood Avenue. You can see video from the scene as we had our crews there. Members of the SWAT team were called out. K-9 was there. Investigators telling us this is a case in connection to a search warrant at a home in that complex. Intersection there was shut down for about an hour around the lunchtime. Around noon, around lunchtime. Not a lot of details released. Police say they will be updating us on exactly what was happening there.
And 38-year-old Joshua Davis has been found guilty in connection to the murder of Pasco school bus driver Richard Lenhart back in 2021. Authorities say Davis stabbed Lenhart while he was transporting students on a school bus. Davis had pleaded insanity, but a jury ruled that he knew right from wrong. A motive was never found. A sentencing date is still pending. Meanwhile, the widow of Lenhart continues to push for legislation to make disrupting a school bus a felony. And crews were called out to Kaibi City High yesterday. This happened about 10:50 yesterday morning. Crews got there. They found a dust collection HVAC unit for the wood shop on fire. Took about 30 minutes to put the flames out, which officials say is typical time for a school-related fire response. Luckily, no one was hurt. As for the cause, investigators say an ember from a CNC machine became lodged in that dust collection system while being used for woodworking. And holiday spirit is coming to the Tri-Cities this weekend. United Way of Benton and Franklin counties is hosting its 8th annual Festival of Trees, which raises money for families in need. Guests will be treated to a formal dinner. There will be wine, live entertainment, and a chance to bid on fully decorated Christmas trees. The money raised will go directly to programs for things like food security and emergency assistance. Santa will be making an appearance for photo ops, and our very own Stacy Lee will be hosting.
A new report from the University of Washington says Flock license plate cameras may be sending local driver data to federal immigration agencies. Researchers found some departments gave what they call front door access, basically turning on a setting that lets Border Patrol look directly into the camera work. However, audits also show backdoor access, which gave Border Patrol searching data from agencies that never approved any sharing at all. The company claims its privacy filters are strong and that agencies are in total control, but the Oregon Senator Ron Wyden says that these findings show otherwise. Coming up, we will have some more details on this as we investigate it next week.
Turning now to your national headlines this morning, experts say the prices of certain grocery items could go down. This comes after President Trump removed some tariffs on Brazilian goods yesterday. That includes duties on coffee and beef, as well as certain fruit, juices, and nuts. The executive order applies retroactively from November 13th.
5:54 in your business headlines this morning. Shoppers will have extra time to return those holiday gifts this year. Amazon will expand its return window to make buying online, it says, as seamless and worry-free as possible. For most items purchased through December 31st, returns will be accepted through January 31st. Products must be in original or unused condition. There are some exceptions. Some items like Apple branded products can only be returned through January 15th.
In your health headlines, Thanksgiving is almost here, so it's time to remind you about turkey frying safety. The National Fire Protection Association says large amounts of oil at high temperatures can create fire and burn risk when cooking. So they recommend using a fryer that doesn't use oil. And if you're cooking in your kitchen, here are some other tips. Cooks need to stay in the kitchen while using the stovetop. Make sure to keep children away from the stove to avoid serious burns or injuries. And also make sure your smoke alarms are working properly. You don't want a situation like that.
No. Oof. I know that kind of stuff happens, which is awful, but that just looks excessive.
Ugh, must be some sort of test, yeah.
Yikes. Ugh. All right, 5:55, talking sports. The clock is ticking down for the NCAA to decide whether college athletes can gamble on professional sports. The college body has until 5 p.m. Eastern today to rescind a rule that would allow the athletes to place bets. A source telling CNN that so far, 188 Division I schools have filed paperwork to say they want the rule rescinded, but 241 schools need to speak up to stop the rule from going into effect. That's 2/3 majority of all Division I schools. If the rule remains in place, college athletes, coaches, and staff can start betting on professional sports starting tomorrow.
Trending now this morning, the first trailer for the new Hunger Games movie was released just yesterday.
The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping is a prequel to the famed franchise based on the hit book series by Suzanne Collins. It focuses on the origin story of Haymitch Abernathy, played by Woody Harrelson in the earlier films, and it takes place 24 years before the events of the Hunger Games, beginning on the morning of the reaping of the 50th game.
Ooh.
Actor Joseph Zeta will play the younger Abernathy. Also joining the cast is Ralph Fiennes, who plays President Coriolanus Snow, a character first played by the late Donald Sutherland, who originated the role in 2012.
And don't rush to the theaters quite yet. The film's release is set for November 20th of next year, so...
I didn't even know they were doing that.
I forgot that they were doing another one. I loved the last one, the Songbirds one.
Yeah.
Songbirds and Snakes, something like that.
They were good.
Oh, so good. Do you guys like these movies?
I do actually like the movies, and I actually read the books too.
Yeah, they're so good. But I didn't read the newer ones, not the Songbirds one or this one.
No.
I need to now and get caught up. I like to read the books before the movie and then make my critiques.
I would never watch the movie if I read the book before.
Oh, really?
It takes me forever.
Oh.
It takes me forever to read a book.
And you're so busy, so, you know.
I fall asleep and then I have to reread it.
It happens.
It's facts.
Yeah, that's okay.
A little bit about me. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. The Columbia Basin Veterans Center is spreading holiday cheer by providing Thanksgiving meals to 40 local veteran families, but they still need some donations, and we're going to let you know how you can help.
Plus, airports are finally getting back on track, and this is needed just in time for holiday travel. And if you are traveling for Thanksgiving, there's still one thing AAA says you should be ready for. And we've got what it is coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, we're seeing some frozen fog out there for this morning. We are tracking the storm system for this weekend. Our Cascade Passes could get a little snowy, and then a very interesting forecast around Thanksgiving Day. We'll talk about it all coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.